Alright, so we're now on section 3, simplify, evaluate, and solve. So let's start off with number 7. I have negative 2 plus 4a minus 1/2 8a squared plus 4a minus 6 plus a. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute parentheses first, right? Remember PEMDAS. So I have negative 2 plus 4a. Alright, this is negative, right? A negative times a positive. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And the a squared is just chilling. And then I have a negative times a positive, which is a negative. Half of 4 is 2, and the a is still chilling. And a negative times a negative is a positive. 1/2 of 6 is 3, and there's nothing else attached. And then the plus a just comes down. So now what I'm looking at is for common like terms to simplify. Remember, simplify just means to smush everything together, combine like terms, and get it into simplest form. So I have negative 4a squared, so that's this guy right here. I already used him. Now I'm looking for my a's. So I have 4a, 2a, and a. So 4 minus 2 is 2, right? So 4 minus 2 is 2a, and then 2a plus a is 3a. So I used all of these already. Alright, all you have left over is 3 minus 2, and 3 minus 2 is positive 1. I can't simplify anything else, so I'm now done. Let's look at number 8. I have negative 2 plus 4a minus 1/2 8a squared plus 4a minus 6 plus a. Now for this one, guys, they want us to evaluate. Evaluate means you're going to get an answer when you plug in a number. It says evaluate when a equals negative 2. So anytime you see an a, you're going to plug in negative 2. Just like that. Minus 1/2 8 negative 2 squared plus 4 times negative 2. So I'm just plugging it in. Plus a. Alright, so I have negative 2. Now I'm just going to try to simplify as much as I can. Negative 2 multiply 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. I'm first going to do what's in parentheses here. So I have negative 2 squared is positive 4, right? Because a negative times a negative is a positive. And then 8 times 4 is 32. And now 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. And then you have minus 6. You have to be careful. Bring down this negative 2. Some of you are going to straight up plug this into the calculator, and that's okay, right? But if you don't put your parentheses where they're supposed to be, I always tell my kids, evil math guy will get you, and so you have to be careful, right? The calculator is only as smart as what you put in, so you have to make sure you plug it in right. So let's keep solving this parentheses. So you have negative 2 minus 8 minus 1/2. So go left to right. 32 minus 8 is 24. And then 24 minus 6 gives us 18. So this whole thing is going to be 18. I still have these parentheses, so I need to get rid of these parentheses. So I have negative 2 minus 8. Half of 18, guys, is 9. So the negative stays. So half of 18 is 9. The negative 2 is still chilling, and you bring them down. So see how these are all negative? When they're all negative, you're just going to add them and then keep the sign. So your answer is going to be 8 and 2 is 10. 10 plus 9 is 19. And then 19 plus 2 is 21. So the negative stays. So your answer is negative 21. Alright, last one we're going to do is solve. That's number 9. So here I'm trying to get x by itself. right? I want to get x by itself. I'm trying to solve for x. I'm trying to get a numerical answer. There's an equal sign. Notice on the last two, number 17 and number 18, there was no equal sign, right? So I'm not going to get x equals. Here there is x and equal sign. So I need to solve for what x is. All right, so let's look at the left side. I'm going to combine like terms. So I have 2/3 x plus 8/3. You have to remember when you add fractions, the denominator stays the same and you add the numerator. So 8 plus 2 is 10. So this is 10/3 x plus 5 on the left side. On the right side, let's kind of combine, smush these guys right here together. So I have 14/3 x minus 2/3, same thing. When you add or subtract fractions, subtract the numerators. So 14 minus 2 is 12, and then 3 stays there. Now can I smush this? 12/3. I'm going to leave it for right now, but I can simplify it in a second just to keep it consistent with the other guy. And then you have plus 5 at the end. Now I could simplify this right now, but like I said, keep it because I have a thirds here, so I'm going to smush those fractions first. Now it doesn't matter which side you get the x on. I usually like to get it on the left side, but you can get it on the right side, and the only reason I would do it on the right side in this case is because this 12 is bigger than this 10. It'll make it positive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 10/3 x on both sides. So this will go away, right? You're now just left with 5. And then 12/3 minus 10/3, remember the denominator stays the same. Numerator you subtract. So 12 minus 10 is 2. And then the last thing I'm going to do is move the 5 over, so subtract 5. So 5 minus 5 is 0. You get 2/3 x. Now how do you get rid of this 2/3 x? Alright, so you could divide by 2/3, but the easiest way, if you guys remember from Algebra 1, is to multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply by 3/2, because then the 3's cancel and the 2's cancel. What you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So multiply by 3/2. So you're just left with x. 3/2 times 0 is 0. So your answer to this problem is x equals 0. That's it.